Hey, what's up everybody? This is Superbrick501 and today I want to go over the best ways to get God rolled items in Outriders. Now before we get into the video, only 6% of people that watch my videos are subscribed to my channel. So make sure to subscribe if you want to keep up with all of my videos. And with the crafting system in Outriders, you can make pretty much any item be max level and bring it with you into the end game. And I think a lot of people aren't realizing this and are just looking at, say, epic weapons and armor or legendary weapons and armor once they get into expeditions. And that massively lowers the chances you're having of finding that perfect rolled item or finding really well rolled items. And this works the same with weapons, but I'm mainly going to be focusing on armor pieces in this video. I think weapons are a little bit easier to find well-rolled versions of them, and with the specific build I'm using some of these items as an example for, the weapons aren't as important. And the main point of this video is that I don't think a lot of people are looking at lower rarity items, specifically rare items, to find well-rolled pieces or god-rolled pieces for their build. So once you get up into expeditions, you're getting a good amount of epics and you're starting to get legendaries, so people start thinking that rares don't mean anything. But not looking at your rares is actually massively reducing the chance you have of finding well-rolled pieces or those really hard to find god-rolled pieces, because it actually is the majority of the gear you're going to get. Even if you're doing challenge tier 15 expeditions, you're still getting more blue items on average than you're getting any other rarity of items. And with the crafting system in Outriders, you can turn one of these blue items into an epic item with two of the best mods on them with your god-rolled stats, have them at level 50, and turn them into an absolute god-rolled item that if you didn't look at this blue, you wouldn't have found before. So I'm going to go over an example of how looking at rare items is going to massively up your chances of getting a well-rolled or a god-rolled piece. So I'm using an anomaly power build, and these engine liquidator boots we have here are a rare item already at level 50, with anomaly power, which is one of my top stats, status power, which is one of my top stats, skill life leech, which is a decent stat, but if it had cooldown reduction, it'd be god-rolled stats. Pretty well-rolled stats, just not god-rolled, so still a good piece. Even a good piece if you're on a build that can already do challenge tier 15, these could still even be an upgrade. So good stats overall. Then for the one mod on the item, because rares roll with one mod, it's a piece that I specifically use on my build. You can see it's something that's already being used on my build already. So now this turns this rare item into a really well-rolled piece in terms of stats, and then the mod that comes on it is something I need. So this piece is completely usable, and a lot of people aren't looking at blues, so they would have just thrown this away. And then if we go over to me upgrading the piece, turning it into an epic, and then re-rolling to a different mod. Once you upgrade a rare to epic, to my knowledge, you can't actually choose another class-specific mod. So getting the first mod as a class-specific mod you need is going to be incredibly important. It'll let you choose one of 3 mods when upgrading to epic, and it's always going to be a non-class specific mod. So I upgrade it, then I roll my other mod to something else I need for this build. So now this piece turned from being a rare that a lot of people probably wouldn't have paid attention to into an item that is a complete god roll except for the skill life leech. And I would say that's still my 4th strongest stat. So this is still an incredibly well-rolled piece besides one of the secondary stats. Everything else on it is the best possible stats and rolls for my build. And I don't think I've seen an epic piece in looking at like hundreds of just dropped epics that are as good as this piece. And that's a main point I'm trying to make. Look at the rare items you are getting. You are massively reducing the chances you're going to get a well-rolled item or a god-rolled item by just looking at the epics you get or the legendaries you get. Because these boots here aren't even that expensive to upgrade at level 50 from rare to epic. From rare to epic at level 50, the maximum level was only like 600 titanium, which doesn't take long at all to get at higher levels. It's not even that hard to get at lower levels. So it takes that, just take some iron to re-roll the mod, and then the only thing you have to do past that is increase its attributes. And you took a item that a lot of people aren't even looking at, they're just deconstructing instantly, and turned it into one stat away from a god-rolled item. And in Outriders, to get a build that can get gold times at challenge tier 15, especially solo, you're going to need to have the majority of your stats and mods being the best ones for you. You're going to be able to get away with a few items having one stat lower than the absolute best stats you can possibly get, but you don't have a lot of room to not have well-rolled items. And not looking at rares is just massively increasing the time it's going to take you to find these items that are good enough rolled to allow you to do this. And this philosophy can be used for every item in the game, weapons, every armor piece, and can be used for any build. So just to end this video, make sure to look at all of the rare items you're getting once you're getting into the end game. You could be just throwing away god rolled items that are going to be incredibly cheap to increase their rarity and make them a max level god rolled item. So subscribe if you want to see more Outriders or other videos. Leave a like if you liked this video. Leave a comment down below what you guys think about finding these god rolled pieces, and thanks for watching.